This tutorial gives you the step 2 in terms of taking our QuickOffice presentation that we created, loading it into Explain Everything, and now adding some more features to it. So you've already viewed the tutorial giving you an overview of the different tools that are available in Explain Everything. So let's talk a little bit about some of the things that we can add. So just as an example, I understand this is the title page, but let's go ahead and add a image to our presentation. So if I go into my camera roll, and let's say I want to actually add an image from, okay, here was the silly image I took from when I was pulling my hair out. So I input that in, and you can see here I can change the way that it looks and moves and make it smaller and place that within my presentation. Now I want to move on to the next slide so that I've got here, which is integration. And just to show you some more of the features, let's go ahead again and click on the object, and we're going to go ahead and put in, let's say we want a new picture. Awful lot of pictures of myself, unfortunately. So I click on it as I'm using and creating the tutorial. And again, here you can see I've inserted an image of myself. Let's say, you know, I really don't like that, which I don't, and now I've removed it. But you can see how you can use some of these features to input in. Also, if I want to create a video when I'm ready, and again, I can go ahead and click on it, and it's recording as I go. When I click on the record button, it automatically starts, and I start recording the process. And you can see how it's added to the presentation as I'm actually adding it while I'm, it's a tutorial in a tutorial. It's kind of exciting. And now you can see that it's been added within the screen. I want to go ahead and jump off that screen so we don't have to look at me anymore and go to our next slide. And again, because you'll already have created your presentation, obviously there'll be a lot more that you can add and edit, use the drawing tool and things like that. So just to show you using an existing photo, and I use that one that I created from the presentation before, I can use the draw feature to mark things up and annotate them. Using the slide sorter tool, I might say, you know, I think this one, I want this one to move beforehand, and you can change some things around. Go back to our original view. Adding another slide, we're going to go ahead and put in the browser. And you can see exactly when I'm creating this presentation just by, and I'll just note it right here, look, this is right before the day we canceled classes because of the snowstorm we're getting. All right, so we add in our next slide, and again, so you can see how you can use the Explain Everything environment to create your presentation. And then the next step, of course, is saving it and sharing it with your classmates. So I'm done with my presentation, but now I want to go ahead and record. I can use the recording feature to actually, you can see how the time is clicking as I'm going ahead and using the audio here. And I can do that throughout the entire presentation and then produce it as a video. Now, here's where you're going to want to choose on how you save or export your movie. In this case, there we go. We're going to probably go ahead and export it to your Google Drive, which you've set up. Right now, this is what it gives your movie an automatic label. The EE is Explain Everything Movie, and then it gives yours a number. You can go ahead and certainly put in your initials here and click on OK. and you'll see that it's going to process your presentation. We don't have to watch this entire process because it does take a little bit of time, as you can see noted by the estimated time left. And certainly, while it's doing it, it's giving you little tooltips at the bottom, so that might be helpful as well. But again, you'll go ahead and export the movie into your Google Drive, and then you're actually going to share that link and then post it within our Google community.